Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am working on my January spread for the Mini Gorjuss series. For January I chose this beautiful little girl. The stamp is called You Brought Me Love. I love the artwork on the card, and I thought I would kind of use that to maybe inspire me. Look how little these gorgeous girls are. They're small in my hand and they're really small in my art journal. So I'm really going to have to adjust to the smallness. The mini. They're so mini. Very strange for me because I worked with the big ones last. Oh, I shouldn't even say big because those were standard, because apparently there's bigger ones. I don't know how I would cope with those. I don't even have a single one. So yeah, so for the mini, I stamped her twice. And I have the stamp to my left there. I'm working as inspiration, having a look at how they did things. I did decide to go for blue like they did, but because everybody has different colors, you're never going to have the same artwork as anyone else, so I don't worry about that anymore. I love her hair color, so she's not as dark as the stamp. I used 3 types of brown to make her hair, and I just sped through that because this is not really a coloring tutorial. And the one thing I love about Gorjuss Girls is their stockings. They are so very cute. So pretty much speeding through this, and what I'll do is I struggle with these pink cheeks. I put the pink and it's not good, so I cover it up again and then I go back and try it again. And so what I will do is I will just show you really quickly the blue one, and then I will cut to the last bit of the color scheme of the next girl, just so you can see how different she looks, or how you can change things up by just changing colors of dresses. Love this little squirrel. It's like he bought her a leaf and she's like, "Aw, he loves me." So I changed her attire. She's wearing like green and pink and so cute. So I use their stamps as inspiration, and then I kind of break out on my own, which is a good way to learn, I have to apologize here because when I focused out, I focused it I left it, I didn't check to see if it was focused enough, and so to me it's a little bit blurry, so I really apologize. This might be a little annoying to some people, but I'm going to cut most of the video short because what's the point in watching something that's a little bit blurry? So I've got this die called Grand Alder Tree, which I love, from Poppy Stamps. And what I'm doing here is I just made sure that it fit in my little spread, and so it did. And then I'm now going in and quickly, I did the stems first, or the tree trunk first. I went in with my darkest green along the edges to make the leaves, then my middle green to do the inner part of the leaf, and then I go in with a lighter green just to add layer and more texture and give it depth. And so really layering up this tree, which I adore. This tree, this is the best tree stamp die I have. All right, so I thought at first that I was going to do it in the middle, but I thought no, I better move it to the side. And then what I'll do is next month work on the middle, 3rd month work on the left there, and then hopefully that entire spread tells a story with 3 girls on them. I'm a bit nervous. I hope I make it work, but that's my plan today. So I've got 4 different colors of blue, I think. And I'm just trying to see which one I love the most. And that last one there was my favorite. So what I'm doing now is putting just some tape down, because I'm about to do an ombre sky. So you apply a liberal amount of water to your color, and you apply onto a dry paper, you apply thick color at the very top. So about 1/3 or 1/4 of the way, apply as much color as you can. Then you dip your paintbrush into water, and then start applying just water underneath that, and then go back up and then allow it to bleed into the second layer. Then you clean your brush again and then start applying wet to the bottom, and then travel back up into the color and let it, start seeping down. So that way you get an ombre effect. Now, I shouldn't have done this because as you let it go down, the dark goes into the light. So don't do that. Don't do what I do. So I cleaned myself up there and I flipped it up the other way. And so the middle layer went back up into the middle layer. It was seeping into the bottom light layer. I don't know why I'm doing it again, making the same mistake. Don't do that. And then what you need to do is go back at the very top and add more dark color, and then repeat that whole process until you're happy with a beautiful ombre looking background. And that's looking really good now. I think I get it here. So I dry it off. Look how little she looks. And at this stage, I'm not sure which girl I'm using. What do you think, pink or blue? So I dried it off, and then here comes the tree now, taking off that tape, and perfect. That would have been just seeped over to the next page. I also have these stitch dies, and what I did was I decided to do a bottom like grass layer, which I watercolored with 2 different types of green to make it look interesting. And I'm not sure whether the trunk is going over or under, and if the girl is going over and under, and I just kind of fuss with this at this stage. But I pretty much decide that I'm going to put the grass plane on 3D foam, and that the trunk was going under, so the tree was beyond the hill, and that the little girl was going to come to the foreground of the, I like that. That looks really good. And I did choose the blue. Would you have chosen the blue? The little cutie squirrel comes down at the bottom here, and I grabbed this Tim Holtz phrase, and because the stamp set is called "You Brought Me Love," this perfect phrase just popped right out to me from the book, and it says, "Fall in love with as many things as possible." I thought I wanted to put that in love crookedly, as you see there, but after I added the whole thing, I'm like, oh, I hate that it's crooked. I don't want it crooked. I want it straight. And I moved the fall out to the left. Last of all, I was looking for some puffy heart stickers, which I don't have. So this Doodlebug sprinkles saved my day. So thank you to the February kit for saving my day from 2017. And here I am. This is a green puffy heart, and I didn't want to put it near the squirrel because it looked like the leaf that he was holding. So I slowly took the yellow heart off, and then the green heart gonna go up the top there still looked like leaves, so I put it down with the pink heart, and then I removed the yellow, so the 3 elements look really good together. And so here we are in focus, and I adore how this turned out. So fall in love with as many things as possible, and it's a beautiful, hopeful, positive, cheerful spread that makes me so happy. Thank you for joining me, and I'm going to pop up some photos for you now. I'll see you in February for a February layout. Have a wonderful day, everybody.